Okay, I got my notes on my iPad. There we go. Welcome, my name's Mathew. I work at Western. I'm also a podcaster, like Clark said, with the Game Stay podcast. Like you, and like everyone, I'm a gamer. I play games, and I've been a gamer my whole life. I think the statement, everybody play games, isn't too broad a statement. Whether you play video games, board games, or sports, compete with other sellers on eBay, views on YouTube, or compare points with your pals and Weight Watchers, we all play games. So I believe that because of the proliferation of games in our society, through especially mobile devices, it's an amazing time for that, that we're really at a time when games can save the world and help the greater good. Okay, so here's some quick facts I thought was cool. Halo Reach came out like 3 weeks ago, and 5,900 hours have been played in the first week. That's a lot of gameplay, but what if I told you that it's not hours, it's actually 5,900 years in 1 week had been played for Halo Reach. That's an absolutely incredible amount of time people commit to playing video games. What entices people to play video games? After all, the challenges are always really huge, whether it's save the planet from alien invasion, or rescue the president or the princess. How are players rewarded for accomplishing these huge goals? Well, through things like social interaction, acquiring elite loot, gaining trophies or upper gaming score through Chivos, and through competition. Okay, so many people see the act of playing video games as something that cannot have any benefit outside of the real world. The only effect that they can see is, they look at WoW and they see it as something that just drains a bank account. Really, this is chickpeas being drained. And I think that's totally bogus, way bogus. I think it's attitudes like that that will help keep the medium from growing into something that can empower and enable the greater good. So a question I've been asking myself lately, when I'm not playing Minecraft, which is the time, how do we move these virtual experiences into the real world? How do we really reward people for doing things? How do we break these notions of draining? Basically, how do we make it so our moms don't think we're wasting time playing video games? After all, there's services that take games and are starting to do great things with them. For example, with the PS3, you can share some of your processor cycle and help decode the human genome. And also, Urgent Evoke allows you to do stuff, and I put The Last Starfighter in. Other closer-to-home apps in games like Foursquare, Gowalla, Leveler, Scavenger, things like that reward you for going out into the real world and exploring. Epic Win blends D&D that lets you level up your character by doing things like household chores. So my idea, how can I create a game that would take some of these ideas and gameplay and make them something that your mom would play and benefit from? Then I had an idea, take the bus and save the world. Okay, so the bus seems like a weird answer, but I wanted to do something that's easy to do, and also take something that's really mundane and make it into an actual game. So the idea is that you have an app on your smartphone and receivers on the bus. You get on, you swipe your smartphone at the front door to start a trip, and you swipe it on the back door to quit a trip. While on the bus, all ads would feature QR codes that people could scan. Imagine interacting with ads on the bus that could contribute towards your frequent flyer totals. You could use frequent trips as discounts on your bus pass. Users could also see other players and make connections and friendships on the bus to heighten social interaction and gameplay. The idea that taking the bus could save the world isn't a new one, but this one ups it and makes it into kind of a non-granola thing. So there's no challenges involved in doing this. To get started, we'll build an open platform that's easy to implement across buses across a city. We'll build tools that allow people to create their own offshoots of the service, like Gowalla tools, for example, which allows anybody who uses Gowalla, you can track all your tips and your items and places that you visited through the application. You can change it and edit that kind of stuff, see what you're missing. Great, so after that's done, we can work on some bigger picture goals for the service. Move away from buses, move into trains, air, sea, hybrid cars, bikes maybe, and plus internationalization. Imagine cities across the planet competing to see who is the most green and who travels the most and who is the best at being green. It's by thinking about video games as more than just ways for kids to waste time when they get home from school instead of doing their homework or covering their walls with posters. Games can change the world. All it takes is creativity and people willing to act. Thanks very much. Hey, you all got an achievement. You are awesome. By the way, please check into Gowalla. Aeolian is a spot in Guala. If you're on Guala, check in right now. And read about the local video game community talking about games at gamestaypodcast.com. Thank you very much.